Alright, welcome back everyone to the Sunday Spotlight. Still a little bit under the weather. It's been kind of an adventure today besides that. But we are here and we are doing a double feature tonight. Steam's doing its demo days again, overlapping nicely with the summer sale. And we'll be poking first at Sandustry tonight. A 2D explore and automate game that feels like the love child of Terraria and Factorio. Its main features are a focus on sand physics down to individual particles and extensive destruction physics, which I'm always a fan of. It's the debut title from solo indie developer Lanto Games. Not a lot of information about them specifically, but quite a bit about the game. Development began back in January of 2025, and it's received steady content and technical updates since. It's scheduled for an August release this year, and I quite like what I've played so far. Sorry, Branch. Maybe one day when I'm dead and have uploaded myself to the singularity, we can keep streaming constantly, but until then, I am bound by the frailties of the flesh. But anyway, yes, this is very much a game where you do your early resource harvesting and excavation by hand, develop basic logistics tools, start automating major features, and so on. What stands out are the hints of something deeper going on as you explore. Find out more of the world you've been dropped on. There doesn't appear to be a story per se, kind of like Dome Keeper, they just kind of throw you into it, but it's clear you're not the first person to land here. It starts reasonably chill, but I get the impression we're going to need the guns for something more than just shooting the dirt. Like Teardown, you think it's a nice, relaxing destruction physics game, then maybe they start breaking out the gunships and attack robots later on. Anyway, there's gold in them, their hills, let's go get it. Alright. Oh shit, we're playing a creeper from Minecraft. Alright. So yeah, your starting resource collection is basically just panning for gold. We're using our guns to blow up chunks of the ground here. Then we switch to our grabber here, take this sand, drag it over to the water, drop it in. Drop dry sand in water, get in there. Oi, oi, oi. Controls take some getting used to. You actually fly by default, and you hit space to hover. So you've got complete freedom of movement in kind of a fun way. Let's drag more dirt over. There we go. Alright, so yeah, the dirt turns into mud or wet sand. Then we pick it up, shake it, and out pops some gold with some difficulty. There we go. Then we drag the gold we do find over here into this box. Favorite random pickup from the engineering library here was Dirt, the textbook. Well, you know, stuff like this is someone's whole life. Like, there's some geologist that makes something like this their entire profession, and the most minuscule parts of something you would almost never consider are their entire life. Also, howdy, Mirage. Good to have you here. Yeah, finding out when a pile of dirt will fall over. A very big deal. Alright, let's give that a shake. There's only a little bit of gold in there, but we drag and drop it over here. As you can see, we sort of grab it and move it over with our very powerful gravity gun thing. Let's shake out some more. But yeah, we shake out gold out of this dirt. We drop the coins into the collection bucket. We use the money to buy upgrades. Pretty straightforward. But you can see already we have detailed particle physics. The mud kind of separates into gold and slag. Gain differentiates between wet and dry ground. There's actually fluid mechanics. If you tunnel further into the ground, you will see the water spread and such. We can fly and hover as needed. There doesn't appear to be an oxygen meter. I guess maybe... Nah, I thought it might be the screen darkening because we're under the water so long, but doesn't appear you have to worry about stuff like that. Engineering often worries about a lot when things will fall over. Silly humans. Things won't fall over if they're already lying flat in the grass. Yeah, if only we could be so zen like that. Hey, Ivory. Yeah, apparently there is a new Nonoha. I hadn't heard of that. Alright, shake the mud here. There we go. Might be a little... Oh, there we go. It's double length. Exceeds. It's almost entirely about the new heroine with like a minute of our girl. And, well, that's how it often is when you're revisiting a series. Either you're just doing a complete redux, or you're using it as kind of a soft reboot. Like either you're doing kind of a soft reboot, or you're using the name to try to get people in the door, and the characters they recognize will be an ultimately small part of it. Ever the peril of the anime ever the peril of an anime getting a second bite at the apple. Alright, yeah, I think we're just gonna have to drag more mud into the water. There we go. Eventually, this will cough up the gold we're looking for. I see, there's one right there. So yeah, as you can see, this has a big focus on particle physics down to specific globules of slag. And I think the issue is I can't really... Oh, I see. I think I gotta shake it out over dry ground. That's probably the issue. Cautiously optimistic because there's a notable difference in tone, but like the new girl and it's a setup to do a thing. Alright. Well, you know, I'm always willing to give stuff like that a chance. There we go. Alright, open tech tree. So yeah, we turn the money we dig up and improve our refining. Unlock shakers that can separate gold and slag from wet sand. Alright, so this is when we start upgrading, or start automating things. And you don't even seem to need money or resources to construct stuff. So what we're going to do is build some shakers out like this. Now we can drag wet sand out over it, drop it in, and it'll automatically separate sand from the slag, or money from the slag. Yeah, eventually mud separates into slag. So you'll know that you're done with that particular chunk. Let's dig a deeper hole here. The edgy teen X-Men hanging out with the 13-year-old Superman. Yeah. Well, it's always a peculiar vibe when you have experienced protagonist or experienced recurring characters dealing with a new set of characters. And there's an element of, oh, here we go again. Are they going to go through the same torment that we did? Alright, research logistics 1. Alright, here we are. Nope, we need money. Bugger. Alright. Out of the way. Come on, cough up that money. I know you got it in ya. Again, we don't really have any context for this. We've been dropped onto this world where apparently there's just gold lying around on the ground. There's a little more to it as we dig a bit deeper and, dare I say, more greedily. Alright, let's get some conveyor belts going. Alright, cool. So that's about all we get for a proper tutorial. Now we basically just have to progress through the ground and upgrade additional features. So, let's see. We want to launch the... We've got launchers and conveyor belts now. So what we'll do... We'll have a conveyor belt... Let's see... Oh, nope, that's launchers. My bad. No, that's separators. Let's see... Bugger. There we go. X hold, delete buildings. There we are. So yeah, it's very straightforward as far as removing and placing structures and machinery is. Not a lot of complexities like you would get in Factorio. Alright, so here's our conveyor belt. Actually, let's reverse that. There we go. We'll build a launcher. We want a launcher going up here. Little finicky to start with, but also pretty chill. There's nothing really to worry about right this second, other than just getting a basic grasp of the controls. No. You're building too much, my little creeper friend. That's the conveyor belts. Here we go. Alright. So now we drop that here. Let's rebuild these separators here. And now I think we can yeet the dirt up into our tower here. Damn it! Too much force! Alright, some of it's getting up there, but it's mostly slag, so we'll need to judge this a bit more carefully. Let's say... like so. Ah! Bullets! Well, some of it's getting up there. It's not a precise tactic, I hear. I mean, you know, we really don't know what kind of qualifications we have. For all we know, we signed up to live a good life in the off-world colonies, and the second we got off-world, this is what was waiting for us. That would be on brand for the luck I have had today. What if we do that? You know, if we build enough launchers here, eventually something will go in the right direction. Marie. You know what? Not a bad idea. Hold on a second. What if... can we build like a... do we have anything we can build a wall with? I got my guns. I got my grabber. Got the separators, which are these. Conveyor belts. Launchers. Press Q? Oh! Okay, building. Hey. Well now. Alright. That could have been useful to know. Alright, so let's build a wall behind this. Thank you, Zero. Very much capturing that early game feel of Factorio, where you don't know quite what you're doing, but you know just enough to cause problems. Alright, let's try again. Yeah, the exact physics of mining down to the particle level are somewhat... here we go. Alright. Now we got some progress. Alright, let's clear out the slag here. I assume we'll get separators and such after a while. In fact, I'm going to redo this. Hold that thought. Just 1 second. Alright, let's clear the line there. We're developing a concerning slag pile here. We'll have to do something about that before long. Alright, get the separators again. Say here and here. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, it feels like the kind of game where you constantly have to be on the move and expand your resource production and acquisition efforts. So you are constantly making micro adjustments to your setup. As opposed to something like Factorio, where you build incrementally as you need to, but eventually you're like, alright, I need to rethink this completely. Just start... there we go. And just completely redo your setup. Which I'm sure comes up eventually. Here, dump a bunch of this sand over here. You can kind of see how the water is spreading out through the tunnel over here. Now we're getting somewhere. Here we go. Beautiful. Now we got some progress. Very much a game where the important elements you're just going to have to learn by doing. Piecemeal over time. Alright. So we need to unlock guns 1. We have a lot of harvesting to do before then. We need fluxite. We need artifacts. I think it's time to dig a little bit further. Oh, no. You stay there. Out of the way. Yeah, you can kind of see the nuance to the physics at work here. As you can kind of see the water level rising and distorting as we physically alter the structure of the lake. It's not really realistic in that sense, but there's enough detail to it that it it creates verisimilitude. I like little things like that, where it doesn't have to accurately model real physics, because obviously we're dealing with a science fiction environment, but there are enough complexities to it that it creates the feeling of something a little more grounded. Fluxite is purple junk you can usually just see where you are. Never did find any artifacts, but I had my fill after a couple of hours. Yeah. Well, part of the intrigue with the premise is the fact that there's a bit more to this than meets the eye. There's a bit more going on with the world. Oh, I think that's fluxite down there. I'm just going to go ahead and drop this sand in there. Gonna pay off my space debt in no time. Gonna buy me a space farm. Go back home, marry my space girlfriend. Everything's gonna be okay. Definitely haven't been press ganged here, handed a bunch of equipment I'm obviously not licensed or trained for, and told to just mine gold. Alright. Let's do some separating here. We'll try and do this a little more intelligently. What I'll do, we'll have a separator right... No, wrong thing. Need this. We'll have another separator pit right here. Then conveyor belts this away. Ah, my head was in the way. Booger. Yeah, let's move this up. Again, very easy setup and tear down, which does kind of help with the casual feel of the construction. It's broadly similar to something like Factorio, but there's way less pressure in the way you set up your structures. At least for now. Again, I imagine there are greater complexities as you get further in, and you start need to think further ahead. Things were not, in fact, okay. Reality is panning for gold with a shotgun and Acme-supplied factory equipment. There is a part of me that, like, mentally starts playing Powerhouse when you get a game like this. You start looking at your elaborate setup and just vast chains of conveyor belts and equipment used to harvest the most basic of resources for purposes we do not understand. Oh, you got my attention. I mean, once you break out the flamethrowers, every game just gets better. Most of the time. Alright, now. Let us build our yeeting machine. We'll say... No, we need that to go left. And that'll do her. Alright. We build enough deep... We just build a giant straw into the lake. A straw, it reaches across the room. There you go. Oh, right, yeah. Actually, probably we've stopped collecting dirt here. Hey guys, good to have you here. There doesn't appear to be a limit in money. No, I think I just ran out of dirt here, that's it. Again, this is kind of a game where you are constantly re-examining your setup and making little micro-adjustments from moment to moment. Collector. Oh, you build another collector. Oh, that's the issue. I see. No, you are correct. We need to expand. We need more money buckets. All right. We'll build one under here then. And we'll just drop that right over here. Take you out, and we're golden. Oh, no, shit. Money. Stop falling through the hole in reality I forgot about. Ah! Construction is hard! Bob the Builder made this look way easier than it really is. There we go. See? Everything is wonderful again. Sun is shining. Birds are chirping. We didn't get a flash flood on the 4th of July that actually destroyed the fireworks in the town. Everything is coming up, Carl. Alright. Let's expand this. Definitely getting the feel of a work in progress, and there are some things that could probably stand to tutorialize a bit more.
Yay!
But again, the relative calm nature of the game is working in its favor. I'm not stressed, not at all. Everything is okay. Alright, there we are. Beautiful, beautiful. Seems like the gold kind of falls through the slag regardless. So not a huge issue there. Alright. Let's shake up the dirt a little bit. Come on now. That's the stuff. Now we're making some industry. Yes! I don't know how. Surprising amount of gold in here. Panning for gold, surprisingly difficult. Alright. Now we collected some money. Oop. Did I tell you you could stop digging? Let's just expand our dirt drinking straws here. Very good. Here. Can we do this? Not with stuff in the way. Bugger. Now, what if we do this? Just manually drag it over. Oh, I got water. Oh, I can grab him. No, I can't. Bugger. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. So, apparently if you build stuff and there's an obstruction, the game kind of remembers you built that there, and it will still try to build it as soon as the obstruction is cleared. Interesting. Okay, that's why there was all kind of build up there. So you can grab the water with an upgrade. Alright. 265, good number. Now we got some money coming in. Excellent. Excellent. Alright. Alright, so it looks like we got some gold falling through the cracks here. Let us expand our conveyors. Again, there's that bit of panic as you try to account for individual particles in a complex system. But as you can see, we can just drag and drop stuff right through solid material. This is not a game that is going to have you... You can sweat the small stuff, but it's not going to require you to. We're not on a time limit. There's a day and night cycle, but we're not under any immediate pressure. So actually, let's go get that fluxite while we're harvesting money. Dirt absorbs water. Alright, makes sense. Because, yeah, I think the lake level is dropping there. Alright. Let's dig deeper. Actually, can we build without line of sight? Fuck yeah! Okay. That's it. Get that money up. There. Whoopah! Dig, little creeper miner. Collect the money for your freedom. I wonder if it's like a Subnautica thing, where you're like paying off debt to a company or something, and the deeper you dig, the weirder it gets. And soon your debts become the least of your worries. I mean, you know, this is probably not going to spring Leviathan on us, but I don't know, maybe it might. Alright. Yeah, we're kind of digging away from the fluxite. Oh, okay. Look at this. Eerie purple hole in the wall. Do we blast this? Oh, it's fluxite. There we go. Alright, cool. Yes! Douse myself in purple gas. I have no idea what the shit this does, but, you know, apparently inhaling it gives me money, or gives me resources. Alright. Upgrade juice. Oh, okay. Ah! I see. So we spend this on... Okay. Material scanner. Shows materials when hovering. Oh, hydro sponge. Nice, nice. Above ground only. You know what? That's useful. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Just in case we need to move some water around. Oh! Reduces digging cooldown. That would probably be useful. But yeah, definitely getting kind of a teardown vibe, where we have weapons and we're using them for destruction, and I feel like that's going to come up later. Also, I see those arrows. Where does this go? Oh. Oh. Okay. This looks man-made. Or being made. What's this? Alright, I can't shoot this, so I'm less interested in it. Ah! Ah! Shit! Okay, I think I need to build a platform here. Like, if we do this... Can't build across there, bugger. Probably need to upgrade my jetpack. Yeah, what do we got here? Can I build a conveyor across? No. Maybe we need upgrades before we can get through that. Or actually, hang on a second. I see some stuff up there. Maybe we can dig through. Hold on a second. Our gold mine has collapsed. Oi, 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 oi. What's all this then? I say you could stop digging gold. Alright, we're gonna need a much bigger money bucket for this. Alright. Let's just spread the whole damn thing over here. There we go. Just need to build a giant draconic hoard of money for no other reason than the tools to make a bigger pile of money. Yeah, you can see the trash we're generating is starting to be an issue. Slag floats on water, so that's helpful. But eventually the physicality of harvesting the gold itself becomes kind of a problem. I see. Alright. So actually, let's shrink the conveyor belt. There we are. Beautiful. Problem solved once and for all. What happens when the bucket fills once and for all? We'll never have to worry about this problem again. Actually, yeah, we'll put the slag down here. There we go. Trash goes in the hole that we emptied out to get the treasure. This is a sustainable big business practice. We need to raise this a little. So hold on a second. Let's go up here, my friend. We need to examine our arrangement here. Let us do a big old mass select here. Let's leave that there. What we're going to do... Actually, hold on a second. Smart thing. We'll have the conveyor belt in place first. Ahem. I said the conveyor belt, as I clearly intended to select. There we are. There we are. Yeah, I think it's space while you're in air lets you hover. Alright. Let's extend our yeeter up here. There we are. Outstanding. Now we're mining again. Yeah, this is absolutely a game you kind of need to get into a zen state of mind and planning out your resource extraction carefully while also responding to the physicality of what you're moving with. You're dealing with waste material, you're dealing with a constantly shifting resource front, and that results in a much different rhythm of play than something like Factorio. Yep, not quite enough, not quite shaken enough in the mud there. Back up to the extractor with you. Out you go, out you go. Actually, we can probably shrink you. Beautiful. Alright. Now we're making some money. Let's get rid of you. We will deepen the money bucket. Out of the way. Excellent, excellent. So yeah, I would just magically summon new logistics as required. Yeah, that I think is something we're going to have to develop, like some kind of incinerator or something. I assume the flamethrower might be useful in this, but right now, physically disposing of waste material is part of the problem. Anyway, we can unlock guns. Unlocks gun, damage type, pickaxe, hell yeah. Alright, ooh, filters, here we go. Unlocks filters that work like conveyor belts, but can allow certain elements to pass through. Hold on a second. What is involved in the flamethrower? Okay, flamethrower turns slag into something that can be refined into more gold. Oh, now you're talking about language. Alright, long distance mining tool. Probably need to get to, like, guns, too, or something. Refining. Oh, here we go. Unlocks a kinetic slag press to further process burnt slag into more gold. Oh, here we go. Unlocks a flamethrower to burn slag, melt ice, and vaporize water into steam that rises and becomes rain. Well, alright, so we gotta get that. Alright. Let's throw some more dirt in here. Alright, we're almost there. Yes! Alright, tools 1, flamethrower to burn slag, melt ice, vaporize water. Hell yeah. Alright. Oh ho 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 ho! Alright. Yes! Yes! Oh, we have burning physics. Oh, shit yeah! Oh, oh, this is the best game. Alright. So now we have burnt slag. We have reduced the volume of slag. You say trash pile, I say monument to human ingenuity. Or whatever I am. I don't even care what the point of this game is anymore. It's giving me a flamethrower. I have all that I need right here. Everything is wonderful again. Oh, hey, look at that. We actually drained a lake. Oh, this rules. I mean, the implications are horrifying, but... on the other hand, look at all the money we're making. Industry in a nutshell. Yeah, we'll go melt the ice. Just one sec, though. I have more sand to play with. Alright. And this bird you cannot change. Lord help me, I can't change. Alright. Alright, we're running out of dirt to work with here. We need to get back to mining. Alright, y'all take care of that. Actually, hang on a second. Yes! Yes! Oh yeah, we got a machine gun mining now. See, scratching that teardown itch, where I'm just looking at the Wii factor of destroying stuff. It's like SGA. It has gone from woo to Wii. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright. Actually, hang on a second. Can we yeet the dirt into the water? I think we can. Problem is, it'll probably go into the main pipe here. Can we yeet water into the dirt? Probably not. I think what we need to do is flood this chamber. Get the dirt down there. Then build a massive construction pipeline. Yes, here we go. Yes! Yes! Yield to the awesome destructive power of guns! Physics! Oh, yeah! I don't even know what the hell this is. Vapor, I think. I don't care. I have a flamethrower now. All other problems are arbitrary. Yes, yes! Alright. So I think what we're gonna do... melt that away. Vapor flows up, corrects in the atmo, and then come... Oh! Well, alright. So what you're saying is, we need more fire. See? That was the solution in Clair Obscure. It's gonna work for us here, too. Outstanding. It's the little things that bring a man joy in a world. Alright, let's melt fire over here, and let's go see what is in store for us. But yeah, you can kind of see you can start to see the complex elements at work, and the interplay of intricate physics, freeform destruction, and complex logistics that forms kind of the backbone of the experience here. It's fascinating. And you know, the more tools I unlock, the more the fun factor of the game starts to emerge. Can I use the flamethrower here? I beg to differ. Hey, here we go. Yeah, yeah, eat it. Alright, can't go there. But yeah, you can kind of... Oh, what's this? Oh, is that an artifact? Excellent! Zorvix 22. I have no idea what it is, I have no idea what it does, but it's mine now. And that's the heart and soul of this game. So yeah, I quite like this. There's a certain zen-ness to it, as you would expect from a extraction and logistics game. But you're always kind of on the move and doing stuff in a way that makes it feel more distinct. The complex interaction of the various particles you deal with, the fine-grained nature of the infrastructure you're planting, it contrasts nicely with the very cavalier attitude the game has towards destruction, and it doesn't feel like you can really... It doesn't yet feel like you can kind of morph yourself. Like, all this, it's making a mess, but we can recover. You can endlessly build conveyor belts and launchers to get stuff where you need it to go. The stuff you unlock gives you more options to further expand your resource pile and complicate your setup more. It's one of those games where the presentation and the physicality of it are it is an involved game, but it's not so complicated that you lose yourself in the granular nature of what you're dealing with. And I'm kind of curious to see where they go with the stuff that is underground. Like, what is the story with these artifacts? What's the story with these installations we're finding? Is there something deeper to worry about here? Because you always got to worry about when a game will pull the rug out from you and say, oh, this is what it's really about. They mostly come at night. Mostly. But yeah, I quite like this. There's something fascinating about the nuanced take on particle physics versus the freedom of movement and construction. This is going for a very specific vibe, and I'm curious to see what else they do. Yeah, we got another thing right down here. Kick ass. Yeah, no kidding. A lot of dirt puns to be had here. Hey! Yes! Give me more of that upgrade gas. Just put it right in my lungs. I don't know what I'll do with it. Hydro sponge, thrust amplifier, extended range of the flamethrower. Ooh, man. Quick dig, rapid fire, triple burst. Yeah, you know what? They're giving us a lot of firepower for mining purposes. There is absolutely going to be some shit that like comes out to tear up your construction site or something. I don't know. There's something in this that is indicative of something deeper at work. I'm very curious where it goes. But yeah, I like it so far. Thanks for the tips, everyone. But for now, we will be switching over to Burn-9. Alright, so now we turn to Burn-9, a tactical spy thriller from developer 14 Hours Productions. A small indie studio described on their page as a collection of friends and acquaintances working in their free time. They appear to be a distributed bunch. The director is listed as Matthew Ritter, lead designer and developer Ivano Matteo Palmentieri. Still a small outlet, but definitely not a solo effort. Very much channeling the spirit of Metal Gear Solid, what with the tactical radio action subtitle, and that neatly summarizes what the game is about. You have a spy mission gone bad, and you're the radio support trying to get the guys on the ground to safety. It's a novel concept. It's one of those ideas that I've always wanted to see in a video game, and they do some interesting things with it. It's kind of like a visual novel, but there are actual mechanics as you give instructions, scan the environment for options, hack open doors and such. Not super groundbreaking, but it's just deep enough that you're not just clicking dialogue options, and I kind of like the writing so far. It acknowledges that difference in perspective from what's happening on the ground, where you're in the control room trying to give advice and piece together the deeper mystery. And there's bickering with your superiors, political ramifications. I haven't yet seen the game slip into theatrical flourish, but it is only a demo. Obviously, you save the Psycho Mana stuff for the full release. Anyway, let's launch this mission and start taking bets on how long we've got before everything goes to hell. Oh yeah. Give me that classic bare bones OS text. Yeah, quite a bit using Godot lately. I think Domekeeper uses it. Alright. Antarctic Storm Vanya hits Antarctica and Epoch Base, testbed for experimental project Burn-9. That was like October 16th. All communications with Epoch Base cease. On October 16th, a few hours later, Carrier Strike Group 003 is rerouted from the Southeast Pacific. SSBN Sharanga, a submarine with nuclear cruise missiles capabilities, is redesignated as part of Carrier Strike Group 3. Yeah, it can't possibly be that another game engine had issues, let's say. Cough, cough, wink, wink. Anyway, October 17th, Terminarch Extinction Teams 7 and 8 are launched from Carrier Strike Group 003. Their mission: investigate Epoch Base and ascertain the cause of the communications blackout. TM is property of the United States government. Running this OS, blah blah blah, etc. Secure Burn-9, all other objectives secondary. Noted. Yeah, we got Metal Gear Lifeline going on. We don't have much time to talk. Got a meeting with the Admiral and the Pentagon's liaison that can't wait. You'll be the commanding officer of Operation Thea. Orders will filter through myself and the Admiral, and you'll make them happen on the ground. Any questions? Well, let's ask the obvious one. What is Burn-9? Well above your pay grade. Just make sure the Jarhead's fine and secure it. That's all you need to know. Let me see. Your records show that you've got outstanding proficiency in all aspects of Black Ops Command. Your involvement with the apprehension of Mejar Haley, whoever that is, over in the sandbox speaks for itself. Yeah, that was a tough day in kindergarten, let me tell you. But it looks like whoever put your file together needs a reprimand. Your specialty isn't listed. Mind filling in that blank? Alright, so we got some options here. Tactics, hacking, subterfuge, and the greatest of all superpowers, management. Keeping the assets on task has always been my priority. Well, that explains why you're here then. Who knows? Maybe you'll even get along with him. I feel like there's a dramatic turn to camera that didn't happen there. Anyway, I'll make a note of that in your file. You'll be connecting to Mastodon soon. He's the on-the-ground commander for the operation. An engine that essentially achieved the very opposite of its name, or perhaps better said, it achieved in opposition to itself. I don't believe in luck, but I'll wish it to you anyways. Know that if you screw this up, you won't be getting a second chance. Operator, glad to have you. Can you read me? Affirmative. Can you read me okay? Read you loud and clear, Operator. Let me introduce you to the crew. I'm Mastodon, Staff Sergeant, Commander of Terminarch Extinction Team 7 and 8. This is my tech man, Iguanodon. Yo, ready to rock. He runs Team 8, has 4 people under him. And this is my point woman, Dodo. Ready to roll. So, I note that our call signs are all extinct animals. You can measure the time to disaster with a stopwatch, I'm just saying. Mastodon, nice, it's a fitting game. Yeah, he's got his own domain and everything. So, yeah. Any idea what Burn-9 is? Not a clue. Officially, Epoch Base creates and tests autonomous weather drones, so maybe something AI related? Oh, shit. There's something timely for you. I know they also have over 3 miles of tunnels down under the ice. Could be anything. I just love being dropped into schlocky sci-fi horror plots. Oh, is that why you joined Spec Ops? Nope, for the healthcare plan. I joined them after seeing that one commercial with the wizard. He blows up a demon, then turns up into an aircraft technician. Okay, so yeah, this feels like a stealth reference to a Marines commercial where a dude crawls through a spiked tunnel, picks up a sword, and then kills a dragon, and then turns into a soldier or something. They referenced it in Generation Kill. Very funny in hindsight. Yeah, not Snake, red shirt, and lady red shirt. Pretty much, yeah. I joined for the GI Bill, of course. Yeah, Mirage gets it. It's great. It's so over the top. It's so dumb. It's kind of amazing. What's going on? We're taking evasive maneuvers. Ordnance incoming. No. No. That fucking Marine head kick. Oh, God. Anyway, oh no! Video game chopper got shot down. What a surprise. Yep, I better take this. What did I say about mistakes? They barely cleared Epoch's airspace and you've already lost them. I was on the call for them for less than 5 minutes. Long enough to get them all killed, apparently. Yeah, whatever. She's gonna be a boss at some point. She's got some strong big boss energy to her. Look, there's likely nothing you or anyone could have done. However, we need to do what we can to salvage this op. We're gonna figure out what the hell's going on. In the meantime, we're redirecting the Black Knight over Antarctica and granting you access. It's the only satellite we have that can operate through these weather conditions. Find the wreckage and determine who or what intercepted them. Have to go to explain to some very important people that we may need to escalate. Get to work. So yeah, I would believe that more video games have been shot down in... I would believe that more helicopters have been shot down in video games than have actually been built in the entire history of aircraft. Chat, just stop randomly deciding every keystroke needs to expand the text area for no reason. Oh boy. Chat jank! Oh god, this has to work. Some of you be alive. I don't want to lose my job. You know what? That's true. They are basically physics-defying machines, and occasionally physics is just like, yeah, no, we're not having that. Sit on the ground, take your fucking medicine. Alright, perform area scan. Here we go. Alright, so we found the chopper. Good. Doesn't look like anyone inside survived. Well, took the helicopter route. Could be a survivor. At this point, we got to get away from the chopper, apparently. They have a nut called the Jesus nut that makes the wings fall off. Well, that's the thing. At some point, some part of the apparatus is held together by a critical load-bearing piece of equipment that is probably very tiny and has to be maintained to exact specifications. And if you don't have that, like, washer in the right place, the whole thing just goes right to hell. I firmly believe those things are one flap of a butterfly's wings away from just crashing. The storm almost hit this cliff. I need someone on the ground to figure out what this is. Oh, who are you? Hey, operator. Oh, hi, Seth. Can't believe you got that promotion over me. I'm Raiju, your co-worker and fellow technical specialist, or whatever meme speak they use to describe computer person. I think this is the first time we've met. This is not a good moment. Are there ever good moments? You know, I'm jealous of you. I wanted that gig you got so bad. I'm so sick of counter-hacking that, counter-hacking this. Okay, Raiju, this really isn't the time here. I want to be directing the traffic of battle, like you are right now. You know, really getting in the mud. At least as much as I can from behind a computer screen. How's your first command going? Fairly well, apart from everybody being dead, possibly. Oh, shit. You're not joking, are you? Whew. Morgan, the Admiral, and that sleazeball are on a call. What happened? I don't know. I think Epoch Base attacked us. That'd be my assumption as well. I see Morgan already gave you control of Black Knight. I'm in the middle of doing my own much less dramatic op, but I'll be around to support you however I can. Well, note that our computer person appears to have some kind of, like, full-body cyber suit or something, or possibly augmentations. All the tech has kind of an interesting near-future vibe to it, being sophisticated and working on the unit scale, but not necessarily a quantum leap. For a moment, at least. Burn-9 could be anything. We might get Metal Gears out of this. Yeah, get ready, chummer. Yeah, it's literally riding. Faint electrical signal. Hey, it's Dodo! Alright, Dodo, get up. Show camera feed. Hey, she's responsive. Alright, so we actually have a resuscitation system. We can shock people now. Awesome! Palantir is probably making this a feature IRL. Just a button to zap an agent that's being insubordinate. Bail out! Bail! Wait, what? Cold. Are you alright? Give me a status report. I don't know. Self-diagnostics suggest, okay-ish. My camera says otherwise, but let's think positively here. I think I can move. Wait, is that my nano cam? It survived the crash. We have that in common. This thing is as small as a human hair. Started making us take them out on every mission. Operator, you there? I'm here. Snowblind in this storm. I need you to direct me. Alright. Inspect the area. Help me find out what happened. I mean, yes, I'm ready. Alright, operator. Ready for your orders. So yeah, this is kind of our window to the world. We have like a map of the region, our assets and interaction points on the ground. Kind of takes time for the agent to move, and we kind of have to monitor their condition as well. Let's take a look at the chopper and see if we can find out what happened. That's our helicopter. I don't see any other survivors. Oh yeah, that thing's toast. Something strange about seeing fires burning in the storm. Almost hypnotic. Oh, wait. Okay, Dodo, I need you to focus here. Can I inject morphine with a push of a button? That'd be helpful. They're iguanodons. He has to be around here somewhere. Alright. So now we're gonna move. I see someone in the snow. Can we click on you? Are we having some jank here, game? Hold on a second. Huh. I should be able to click on that. Hold on a second. Just a sec, folks. Alright. Go check out your buddy, who I'm sure is totally alive. Here we go. Alright. Asset identified, codename Iguanodon. Ah, shit. Oh yeah, he's toast. Died sitting up, though. Interesting. He looks like he survived the crash, but he's been shot to death. He's already frozen. Stuck on his knees. I hate this. Operator. Orders? Alright, onward. Looks like there's some kind of service hatch down here. Oh, wait. I hear something coming through the snow. I can't see anything. The storm is too thick. Oh, shit. Hunter killer drone sweeping through. I'm sending duck out of here. Operator, help. Alright, we basically have one option here. As you can see, the way back has been blocked off. And that kind of gives you an idea of what to expect when enemies do appear. Suddenly you are on kind of a... Obviously we have all day to make a decision, but we have a finite number of moves before bad things happen. This is still a tutorial, but... this is going to be an issue later on in gameplay, where you'll have to respond to a situation and do something to get an agent out of a jam. Alright. Alright. So now we're going to hack open this hatch in the ground. It's alright, it's a Unix system, I know this. Piece of cake. Alright. Terminating breacher program. Alright, we're in. Get in as fast as you can. Well, I've always kind of wanted the hacknet experience, but in a situation like this, where you're the guy on the earpiece doing what you can to get someone through a situation, but you don't have direct eyes on what's happening on the ground. The computer is the visual representation of what you see, and you only get brief snippets of what's actually happening. Stuff like that. Alright. One soldier survived the crash. Status seems green enough. Storm is interfering with communications. Keep the asset alive. I'll be calling you back and I want specifics. Alright. Operator. Operate. I made it into the sewage treatment area like you directed. I'm alive, but I'll be honest, I'm not doing so hot. Alright, stay with me. Not planning to bite the big one just yet. Fuck. My optics are busted as well. I can barely see down here. Gonna be listening to you 100%. Leave everything to me. Well, I know. Not everything. I'm gonna need you to actually do stuff. Operator, if you have any ideas on how to proceed, I'm all ears. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with. Alright. It's just a service room. Hope they store painkillers in there. Looks like they pump gray water through here. Oh, so this is literally the sewers. So we're starting the game with the sewer section. Hey, that figures. Alright. Let's see. That exit leads to the drone production warehouse. Won't that place be crawling with people right now? Drones were just trying to kill me. I mean, you know, they didn't attack you, probably because they didn't get the chance to, but they were hunter-killers, so... Anyway, this area needs a visual confirmation. Might be a way out. Yeah, we'll do the ding. Hopefully that will lead me to a less dramatic situation than being stuck in the sewers. Okay, operator, what are your orders? Alright, let's look around. I don't think this room is used much. He's used much. It's very messy. Nothing useful here. Alright, proceed. It's tight in here, and it doesn't smell great. Anything useful here? Some parts of me are numb. Alright, let's have a look around. Whoa, hold up. There's something here. Found some actually sterile healing supplies. This is the good keep you from dying stuff. Go for it. Alright, so you see her status actually improved there. So there's an indication you're going to have to actually respond to situations and she might take damage. They might not necessarily kill her, but if you make enough mistakes, it becomes a real issue. Again, the game is signposting what to expect further on as it handholds you through a tutorial area. There's some very interesting potential mechanics at work here. Anyway, the sewer gate's closed here. I don't see any way for me to open it. Alright, on through the next pipe. It's dark, claustrophobic. I haven't crawled through a sewage pipe since the ranger course. What was your time? Whole course? 16-minute flat. That was after 3 days of forced marching. It's a good time. There's a lot of heat radiating from that pipe in the west side. It's hot enough that I'm physically uncomfortable just being near it. Alright, let's look for another way out. What's this? Pipe's too small for me to fit in without breaking my shoulders, which I think would overall be detrimental to my survival. Noted. This gate, I can see a sensor on it, but it doesn't react to me. Alright, southern pipe then. Pipes, more crawling. This room is barren. There isn't really anything of note but a door on the north wall. Sounds like something is moving through the pipes, maybe cleaning them. What's that? Some kind of robot? Back off for now. It seems too dangerous. I'm in no condition to fight. Retreating. Oh, shit. I don't think it's an intentional pincer move. It just feels like one. Yeah. Come to the mountains. Find Burn-9. We'll have a laugh. Yeah. Now I know what a TV dinner feels like. They'll still crush me to death, though. Ideas? Alright. We got some options here. Alright, service train, possible hiding spot, asset will fit. This, are you sure? I'll be trapped in there while they go over me and... Okay. It's just enough room. I'm hopefully hidden and safe. Just have to wait for them to go away. Alright. Fortunately, these... I don't know, sewer maintenance bots or something just float on by. I don't think they can actually see me. I think they just follow predetermined routes. Alright. Dodo, pathway is open. Well, it does solve one problem. You know. Some call me hero. I'm just doing my job. This room is actually properly lit. It has to be the main service entrance. Alright, so that goes to the drone warehouse. We'll want to avoid that. Alright. Tired of climbing through these pipes. It's a lot easier in training. It's one of those cleaning robots. Need to hurry. Operator, orders. Alright, so we are dealing with a lot of automated security and maintenance. Again, we might get Metal Gears out of this. Okay, got a valve here. But, you know, we need to make them legally distinct. We'll call them... steel cogs, I guess. No, that's dumb. We need to get creative. Cleaning robot is literally melting inside the pipe. Cyber zombies, maybe, yeah. Alright, it's kind of horrifying watching it melt. I'll turn the heat back off. Oh, what was the name of, like, the super weapon in Snake's Revenge? It was something really, like, weird and kind of insane, even by Metal Gear standards. And, you know, the game itself is not really canon. Apparently, it's the game that inspired Metal Gear 2. It was like the Ultra Chic attack tank or something? I don't know. It was a name with some passion, I think. I remember that much. Honestly, it wasn't a bad game. It just kind of sits weirdly alongside the other Metal Gear games. It has some interesting ideas to it. Anyway, if you're lucky, this will lead you to the facility. Because my luck today has been so great, I really hope. Okay, I guess this is the only way. See you on the other side, operator. Okay. Dodo, I lost the connection. Do you copy? I'm not sure what to do about it. I'm gonna try calling you in the Terma box before the connection goes out completely. Dodo, how you holding up? Don't know. This has all been a lot. Not sure where I'm at. Just putting one foot in front of the other. Okay, so what? Bigwigs, huh? Alright, good luck. I'll be on my own for a bit, promise. The Ultra Chic Nuclear Attack Tank. Oh, man. Ah, that's great. See, there's a name you can get behind. Name that tells you exactly what it fucking does. I'll be right back. Operator, join the conversation. All right, so we're hopping in on this like Discord call here. So we've got F. Tchowski, Morgan, and R. Williker. I like where this is going. Why have you dragged this peon into this call? They were in direct contact with the team when the incident occurred. I want them here to answer any questions directly if it came up. What are they going to tell us that we don't already know? Your teams are dead. They're a vestigial organ for a useless body. Already getting a vibe from these characters. Yeah, are we the baddies? They're not all dead. We're getting vitals from 2 of them. The helicopters were shot down in the middle of an Antarctic storm. You really expect any of those assets to be of use? My operator's been in contact with one of them. Really? Why didn't anyone tell us? Do they have an extra intel? Yes. They have an update on the status of the base, or Burn-9. That's why I brought them into this call. And we need an update. Yeah, shut up for a minute so I can tell you. Alright. Base is actively defending against intrusion. A proper defense only after we encroach. Do you think they're stalling for time? I'm not sure why else they would be playing so coy. I'm going to assume you'd said so if you had any update on Burn-9, so I'm cutting all this short. One of the assets is re-established communication. Operator, focus on that. Remember, though, she's expendable if it means getting us some real intel. Okay, that's an attitude you can take if you've got, like, entire teams handy. Like, if some guy has to be left behind because the mission is important. But when you're literally down to one person, I feel like keeping them alive is priority 1 because you get jack shit if you lose them. Like, you need to reassess your priorities here, Commander. The soldiers, did they seem to be our own, or were they... Heartbeats count, Operator. Get to work. Morgan left the conversation. Yeah, keep me updated. Operator, I was having trouble getting through. Thought for a while I was all on my own. My boss has called. Setup won't let me not take it. They can hijack your rig? That tracks. None of us maggots get any control. So what do the men in charge have to say? Honestly, a lot of hot air. We need to focus on keeping you alive. I can agree with that. Well, update. I've emerged into some kind of drone factory. Bonus points. Managed to find a pistol and a few rounds. Hell yeah! Alright, so you got your first weapon. That's good. You're going to use that to acquire additional weapons. Probably after the first boss or something. Look for a guy with a single-action army. He'll be your starter enemy. Anyway. I've entered a vent and I'm gathering intel from this clandestine position. Alright. Learn anything interesting? Yeah, a few things. I think the command squad of whoever has taken over the base are here. Wait, I know these people. They're Terminarch? American Special Forces. Oh god, we really are the baddies. Ah, there's a giant dog with him. A massive wolfhound? Hopefully not a foxhound. Okay, hold still. Hold perfectly still. Calm down. Dog is massive. I hate dogs. Give me the shakes. Dog's gonna smell me. I gotta move or I... Yeah. Special Forces Foxhound. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Keep moving. You have to get away from there. Crawling as fast as I can without being too loud. Sweet teeth. Barks. Warg! Stop playing around near the vents. Oh, look at this motherfucker. Here's... Okay, so we have, like, Raiden from earlier in the series, and we have, like, proper Cyber Raiden from Guns of the Patriots here. Yeah, Elf Cyber Sam. He gave himself elf ears and shit. Oh yeah, we are absolutely getting some Metal Gear level ham here. This is gonna be great. Grrr. I don't think it's following. Manticore called it away. Manticore. He's a legend. Had whole parts of his brain augmented. Okay, what I was saying about the near future stuff, I think we can table that. We're gonna get some, like, crazy sci-fi shit. Yeah, they give -1 to noise ratings. Yeah, I think if he was a little less, you know, full of himself, he might have actually made that check. They say he can direct over 100 drones at once, better than most real-world pilots or even AIs. Was he the one hunting me in the snow with those drones? It's real good gear for riggers and hackers. Well, you need someone that can track non-visually, just in case the enemy gets sloppy with their camo. Or they get it's just in case the enemy has camo, but gets sloppy in other ways. Vents seem to lead to some kind of loading area. There's a gigantic door. Open. That storm and the factory noises are so loud. I think I can use that as cover to make a break for the tundra again. I have no visuals, so trust your gut. That's all I have. Okay, I'm going for it. I'll call you once I'm back out in the tundra. If we're lucky, maybe get the connection back up. Hey, we got visuals again. Made it out of the factory. Storm isn't as bad as it was. Visibility is no longer nearly zero. But I can't stay out here too long. Need to make it to the main facility and down into those miles of tunnels before I... Uh-oh. Oh boy. Look out, Dodo. Sniper wolf pets are around. Ah, shit. And he's got some kind of like cyber collar around him. So we are absolutely going to get some, like, beasts being controlled by AI and shit. He just jumped down into a snowbank. I've lost visual. Operator, can you help me out? Alright, what do we got? Just like Shadowrun. Pretty much. Okay. Okay, I can't pinpoint his position. You need to be careful. So you can't tell me where he is? Great. Did someone else survive the helicopter crashes? Unimportant. Triangulating signal. Drones inbound. Surrender if you don't want to end up like the rest of your unit. There's a thing you can put on dogs to link them into rigger systems. I could absolutely see that. Oh, shit. Need to get to that base. Operator, help. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with. Of course, the exit points are behind the dog spots. Okay. Alright. Alright. Go, yeah. Main service entrance to the underground tunnels is to the north. Yeah. Very Norihiko Hibino, I love MGS2. Yeah, kind of getting that vibe from this. From the music especially. It includes the wolves who the size of small cars with innate anti-magic. What's this thing? It's the cyberpunk elements of Shadowrun are the most obvious, like, standout elements, but it's just such a fantastical, weird setting. There's just so much crazy shit happening in the margins, and you really need to get further into... You really need to get a team that's further along before you start dealing with, like, spirits the size of buildings, or, like, some of the really dangerous technology or entities out there. It's fascinating. And yeah, obviously, planning around that is a nightmare for the GM. I respect anybody that has the tenacity to stick through that. Takes some doing. Anyway, so I gotta get past the dog, the drones, and the frozen waste. Alright, let's see what we're looking at. Alright. That's the other copter that was supposed to be on this. The second helicopter we launched was shot down as well. Alright, Manicore's... Yeah. Really need someone to pay for this. Alright. I can't get into Manicore's network. What if I hooked into one of his drones? You'd have to shoot one without it destroying its CPU. Trust me, a very good shot. Alright, you got the gun. Cat and dog. I really wish I was the dog. Alright. So we have options here. So... looks like this will put us to one of the possible dog hiding spots. The drones are here. I think what we probably need to do is go west, get a hiding position, wait for this thing to sweep north, shoot it, then we use the hack drone to take out one of the dogs, maybe? Let's see where this goes. Can I save? Yes. We're going to need to. Alright. Go west, young lady. Moving in position. What's the plan, operator? Hey, here we go. Alright, get in a hiding spot. Alright, think I found a good spot. Solid firing lines. Yes! Nice! Took down the drone. Good. Seems to be in one piece. Alright. Hook into it. We'll hijack Manticore's telemetry. Let's see. Alright. Time to hackety hack. Alright. Pretty straightforward. I'm assuming if you get it wrong, it wastes a turn or whatever, and events happen. Alright. Hell yeah, we got a friendly drone here. What are you doing? No! Get out of my network! Okay, I like how this guy is like the drone master or something, but one shot and one quick hacking minigame and we're subverting his systems. I think the legend has been somewhat oversold. Alright. Alright, path is secure. Or no hostiles in the area. Move. Yeah, we sort of glossed over it in the database, but if you look this up, she's actually kind of the rookie of the group. Yeah. Point woman sergeant, top marks in all augmentation tests, indicating a unusually high degree of enhancement compatibility. Likely of low importance during the operation. If her expertise are needed, something has gone very wrong. Like, that's just savage, man. Who puts that in their bio? Or Dodo. Alright, so snow tunnel here. Looks like it cuts over to the cliff safely. Alright. Let's keep this in mind. Alright, so we got options here. Apparently we don't have access to the drone anymore. So I'm thinking we can probably head north, use this to get over here. We might be able to get over here and check the chopper out, though. So I feel like, yeah, we need to get over here. If we want to do that, we probably have to get over here, wait for the wolf, take that out. Or we could beeline for the exit. Let's give it a try. She's doing fine. We're doing alright. She must have found more meds. Heading towards what looks like an abandoned radio station. I have eyes on Warg. Repeat. Ah, shit. Alright. If you can see him, now's the time. I can take him. Alright, you can take him, I know it. I have faith in you. Be able to see him before he sees me, and thanks to the wind, he even smells me. Alright. Yeah. Can hide out in here. Wait for the doggo. Alright. Unload if you have the shot. Ooh, I saw there was a locked option. So maybe if we still had the drone with us, that we could, like, go back this way. Because we notice these guys haven't moved. They're just blocking us. So I'm sensing there are some choices here that will unlock additional ways to solve puzzles. Or possibly put you in further danger. Kind of hard to tell. But already I'm seeing some interesting elements to the gameplay that open things up beyond just giving her instructions and pep talks. Alright. Warg, stop! Warg, come back! He's still alive? Wish I'd killed him. Warg is tougher than you can ever imagine. He's gonna outlive all of us. Not if he gets in my way again. Warg is more of a hero and a soldier than you'll ever be. I can't believe you augmented a dog. I can't believe that Warg was the first. I know traitors when I see them, and I give traitors no quarter. You hear me, Manticore? I got your dog and I'm coming for you next, traitor. Okay, maybe get through your first boss fight before you start trash talking. Let's not taunt the man. Alright. Let's see what fresh hell is next. Oh, she's automatically heading north. Operator, I've entered the facility. Oh, okay, so we're just kind of automatically... Maybe there was another way around. Maybe I had to take that tunnel and then, like, scale down the cliff or something? I don't know. Yeah. How much you want to bet if you didn't hurt the dog, they might buy you points with Manticore or something later? Quite possibly. Maybe we'll find out that things aren't quite what they seem. Do I finally get to stop going out into the snow? I'll lead you to the right place. Don't panic. I'm not panicked. I'm just being hunted in the snow by dogs and people. I wonder what this elevator was used for. The extremely heavy loads. Hundreds of tons of equipment. That makes sense. Crap. Crap! Taking fire! Alright. Hold on, Dodo. Keep your head down. I don't think it's gonna help. I can't see anything. Oh, fuck me. Okay, I think we got our boss fight here. Optic camo disabled. Oh, she did have optic camo. Nice. So, you made it inside. Manticore! You and your drones missed your one chance. I am Legion. Thanks to my augmented brain, I control all the drones individually, as if I was them. So far, the score is 0-1 in Dodo's favor. Only point that matters is the last one. This platform will be your grave. I can't move. They got me pinned from multiple angles. The platform is a kill box. Do something. Ooh, I think that's the end of the demo. Yep, that's it. Thank you for playing. If you like the game, wish listed on Steam now. Absolutely. So yeah, that's Burn-9. I really like this. I like what they're doing with the writing. They're definitely hitting that kind of tongue-in-cheek aspect of Metal Gear Solid, but not yet taking itself too seriously. We haven't really seen it go over the top, although the level of tech on display and the personalities are definitely giving me a certain vibe. So we could very easily see Dodo like surfing a missile with a ninja sword or something at the end. Who fucking knows? It's Metal Gear. Anything could happen. But yeah, this is really cool. I can't wait for this to come out, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else unfolds for Dodo and our mysterious operator. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a good night, and we will be off this Saturday. We will be back on track. Today's the 5th. So the next stream will be Resident Evil Requiem starting July 18th. I will see you all then. Have a good night, and see you next time.